Thanks for staying with us here on TVC Breakfast. It's now time to look at the headlines on the front pages of the Nigerian newspapers. First with me here is the Daily Times with a screaming headline. Nigeria Air remains suspended, as according to the federal government. Says ownership structure of suspended airline not beneficial to Nigeria. Nigeria, Saudi Arabia to revive cargo flight operations, that's according to the Aviation Minister Keyamo. Bayelsa Tribunal affirms Governor Doye Diri's re-election. The federal government seeks review of practice procedure of ECOWAS courts to avoid conflict with national courts. On the bottom strip, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger exit threat heartbreaking. The exit threat heartbreaking. That's according to ECOWAS vice president. Above the masthead, Children's Day, no effort to be spared in securing Nigeria's future. That's according to the President Bola Tinubu. Next is the New Telegraph newspaper. Federal government suspends Air Nigeria indefinitely. It was Ethiopian Airlines trying to fly our flag, says Keyamo. Fagbemi, why state electoral commissions should be scrapped. Want powers of CX transferred to INEC. INEC begins continuous voters registration exercise ahead September the 21st, Edo election. Criticism, Tinubu orders review of varsity, poly board's composition, suspends inauguration. And then we have Children's Day. Tinubu emphasizes family values of honesty, hard work, others. Next is the Blueprint newspaper. Conditions of local government councils worrisome. Tinubu Abbas, third tier of government in bondage. CX should be scrapped, that's according to Fagbemi. Court restrains Ado Bayero, 4 others as Kano emirs. KNSG, that's Kano State Government, seeks Tinubu's intervention. Federal government provides 750 million naira to tackle erosion, flooding. 38-year-old man hacks father, stepmother to death in Edo. Agric added 309 billion naira to Nigeria's economy in 2023. That's according to Kiari. And also we have tribunal upholds Diri Ododo's victory as Bayelsa Kogi governors. Okoye delighted at another Super Eagles call-up. With solar power at Lagos, Abuja airport, federal government save 1 billion naira electricity bill. And then on the bottom strip, exchange rate for customs duty hits 1,480 naira to the dollar amid forex volatility. Next is Daily Independent. AGF makes case for scrapping of states' electoral commissions, says they are appendage to every incumbent governor. Once functions, powers transferred to INEC. AGF Ozekome won against legislative fiat on national anthem. We can't be intimidated over our decision on Sanusi, that's according to Kano government. Court orders Bayero, 4 others, to stop parading themselves as emirs. Kogi Bayelsa governorships, tribunal affirms Ododo Diri's elections. Kogi government commends judiciary for affirming Ododo's victory. Sanwo-Olu faults federal government suit against 36 governors over local government autonomy. And then above the nameplate, ASU threatens strike over salary review, varsity funding. We are restarting concession of nation's major airports, that's according to Keyamo. Trial of Mieti Allah leader begins tomorrow. That's about it for the Daily Independent. Next is the Daily Trust. Federal government wants state electoral bodies scrapped, while governors are against local government autonomy, state assemblies, speakers. And then Obasanjo inaugurates Jemeta Yola interchange flyover and underpass. On the bottom strip, you also have Kano Emirate. Court orders Bayero's eviction from palace. Next is the Nation newspaper. Council autonomy battle heightens. And then how we fared in 9 months by Keyamo, Kiari. Emir crisis. Kano court orders eviction of Bayero from palace. Benin royal family suspends rebellious duke for betrayal. And then we see here, infographics now, the picture, which state that the Federal Capital Territory Administration stating the scorecard of of President Bola Tinubu by the FCT minister and the Minister of State for the FCT. Okay, so next is the Business AM. Skepticism trails President Tinubu's first year in power. Hope deferred. Nigerians gnashing their teeth seek change. Economic indices worst for President's first year. This according to Business AM. UBA's Elumelu asks shareholders to reinvest from 95.8 billion naira bumper dividend. More NPR woes for Nigerian businesses. Finance investments and volatile FX threatens bank recapitalization. Then we have Tinubu fighting to unlock Nigeria. There's a question tag there. And then we've got Executive Knowledge Series, Founders Building Your First Board. That's about it for Business AM. Next is First News. Dramatic twist in Kano Emirates saga. Court orders eviction of Bayero from palace, bars him, others from emirship as tensions mount. Bayelsa Guba, Diri relishes tribunal verdict, says victory will propel me to serve Bayelsa better. Silva refuses to yield, drags Marta to appeal court. And then Tinubu affirms commitment to Nigerian children's future on Children's Day. Peter Obi weighs potential PDP Labour Party merger for 2027 elections. Now, the bottom strip, tribunal upholds Governor Ododo's victory. Last but not least is this Nigeria. Court orders police to evict Ado Bayero from palace, bars dethroned monarch from parading self as Emir of Kano. Tribunal affirms Diri Ododo's elections. Kogi APC Lord's outcome as Bayelsa's Silva heads for appeal. That's about it for the newspapers. With me here, Olamide.
I begin here with the salient times. Court orders police to evict Bayero from palace. Stops Bayero, 4 others from parading themselves as emirs. AGF advocates scrapping of state electoral bodies, says local government councils are in political bondage, mercy of state government. And also political thugs clash with anti-Abure protesters at Labour Party National Secretariat. Senate reps to hold joint sitting to mark Nigeria's 25 years of democracy. Military finally reopens Banex Plaza in Abuja. Nigeria Air remains suspended indefinitely. Keyamo. These are the stories making the front page of the Salient Times. I move to the leadership. We will secure our children's dreams. That's according to President Tinubu and governors. He has taxed the Nigerian children on sacred values, hard work, patriotism. Says education is key to child's upbringing. Federal government suspends Air Nigeria project indefinitely and paid debt owed Jankos to avert power sector collapse, Elumelu tells the federal government. And on the national anthem, the AGF warns against legislative fiat. The federal government's Labour resumed minimum wage talks today. And on food security, Agric Ministry spends 309 billion naira in 1 year. Next is the Nigerian News Direct. Northern governors pledged 5% budget allocation to help over 4 million IDPs. And shareholders confident of Fidelity Bank's recapitalization plan applaud the management team. 2 injured as Okada riders police clash in Lagos. And 60% profit was allocated to Ethiopian Airlines for Nigerian Air. Dangote Refinery gets NMDPRA's approval to refine PMS. I move to the West. Ekiti registers new power company. And on the president's 1 year in office, President Tinubu unveils projects in Lagos. Other projects lined up for commissioning include Bola Tinubu, Southern Parkway, Abuja, the National Assembly Library Complex, Naseni Portland CNG, Reverse Engineering Center, Otako, and more. Ayo Adebanjo is hail and hearty. Afenifere debunks death rumor. Oshun commences a registration exercise of people with disabilities. Rescue efforts continue at Mushin Mosque collapsing as 11-year-old confirmed dead. Others remained trapped. I move to the Vanguard. Labor private sector operators bicker over minimum wage. Organized labor's 497,000 demand unrealistic. That's according to the presidency. Pay Genco's 1.3 trillion naira debt to avoid sector collapse. Elubelu tells the federal government, and the AGF advocates scrapping of state electoral bodies. Conflicting court orders trail Kano Emirates tussle. We turn our attention to The Guardian. Amid penetration surge, Nigerians spend over 500 billion naira on data in the first quarter. Federal government suspends fraudulent, that's in quote, Nigeria Air indefinitely. On insecurity, knocks kudos for President Tinubu as government marks first year anniversary. On Children's Day, 39.2% of Nigeria kids in child labor. I move to the Platform Times. 10 banks generate 438 billion naira from digital transactions in 2023. Federal government distributes 58,500 tons of rice nationwide to mitigate food price hikes. And beggars found with guns, dangerous weapons, charms in Kwara. The commissioner reviews Labour Party escorts clash with thugs at Edo State Secretariat over Abure's suspension. Student loan employed to enslave Nigerian students, according to ASO. And University of Ibadan threatens student with expulsion over protest against hike in fees. State electoral commissions should be scrapped, according to the AGF. And Abiodun reaffirms commitment to child welfare in Ogun State. That's the governor. And finally, in sports, Osimhen bids farewell to SSC Napoli in, let's say, clash amidst Chelsea links. Records a total of 17 goals, 4 assists in 32 appearances. Eagles Bafana to battle under floodlights as game kicks off 8 p.m. It is a great honor. Maduka Okoye, reacts to Super Eagles call-up. And Arsenal miss out on Port 1 Champions League 2024-25 draw predicted. Rapinha to stay at Barcelona amid Chelsea interest. And finally, Everton to seal record-breaking deal with Young. These are the stories making the front page of the papers this morning.
All right, so I believe Nigerians are actually up to date with the latest stories that we have. Still ahead on TVC Breakfast, how can we better practice environmental sustainability in our communities?